Hello, everyone. We are the Golden Note Podcast. My name is Jesse.
And I'm Karen Deep.
Today, we are reviewing an album by the band called SHEBAD.
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 Dang.
What is the album called, Karen?
Music is the answer.
Music is the answer. I think I'd agree with that.
I would as
Yeah,
well.
music is beautiful. And so right off the bat, I'm enjoying this album. It's a cool name. So this band is from Guelph, which is right around our neck of the woods here in Toronto. So we are...
Just down the street. Can you imagine?
Yeah. We are super... I think it's a little bit more than down the street.
It depends on how
Might
long
be a
you
40-minute
walk.
drive or something, but
Yeah.
no, Guelph. We've been to Guelph at least once.
We have?
As in our band.
Jimmy Jazz. Check it out.
Jazz. Yeah, it's a cool little bar. Anyways, yeah, super excited to be talking about a good Canadian artist, kind of like a local artist at this point still, but they're popping off. We actually had one of people in our comments say, "Hey, check out this album. It's really cool. You might like it." So here we are.
Insert this comment here. You will see it flash up on the screen. Poof.
Nice. Yeah, so here we are. We're reviewing the album, and glad we did, I think. Yeah. Let's look at the cover.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Great colors. I love
colors.
the artistry in this cover.
Yes, it's reminding me a little bit of the Low End Theory by A Tribe Called Quest.
Yes.
In terms of just the overall aesthetic, but yeah, I like it a lot. I like the piano keys, like right in the chest there, right with the heart.
Right in the heart.
Right in the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
This style of artwork reminds me of like those old jazz themed coffee cups with like the blue and purple kind of thing, turquoise.
Yeah.
So that I love that a lot, and
Yeah.
this whole style of painting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a real painting; it could be AI. Who knows? But we'll definitely have to look into that. But I
You
love
never
the
know these
colors.
days.
Yeah, you never really know.
Yeah, that's cool. And like I said, album name's cool too.
Yeah.
So I would definitely look at it and be interested, buy it, and check it out.
It's memorable and distinct, so that helps a lot when establishing memory of a record.
Yeah. And another thing that's cool is that the album name ties into the first song, right? Because music is the answer and love is the message.
Yes,
Right.
there is strong themes in this record overall.
Yeah.
And overall, I think they do a great job with that. So yes, first track is called "Love Is the Message."
And what did you think about this one?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The drums are cool. I loved the drumming right off the bat.
Yep.
It's vibey in general. There's a grooving bass. I was wanting more from the chorus in general, but there's a hint of flute in the song as well, which, you know, me and flutes.
Yeah.
I love
You
good-
and flutes.
Love a good flute. So overall, I liked it. What about you?
Yeah. No,
You
I
said
love
you liked it. Anything that like really struck you though, or
the vocals against like the contrast of the vocals, light, feminine, airy, kind of gospel-y, but still like thin in a way, against this heavy, thick bass and like grooving drums was just nice. It just felt really expansive, but I still felt like there was something missing in the meat and potatoes of it all.
Yeah.
Like I wish there was something crunchy. I wish there was something a little bit distorted and heavy to kind of fill in the thickness. But overall, this kind of let the this established a sort of thin but dynamic and playful sound.
Yeah.
And I wish there was just some thickness overall, but there wasn't quite that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I see what you're saying. I think there's a lot of, I think throughout the album as I was listening to it, I was like, there's so much potential here. I feel like the next album will just be like a masterpiece. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like
These
these
are
are
the
the roots. This is where they're growing. And then the next album, like I have high hopes for sure. The next one, Time Takes Time. The piano intro is so cool with the violins and stuff. I'm a sucker for some nice piano, and I was given that on this track, so loved it. And there's a cool the refrain of it. It's like almost like a riff, you know. So
Yeah. I loved the incorporations of the strings because it kind of just came in when it needed to come in, and sometimes it piggybacked off of a riff or it complemented something else happening.
Yeah.
It never felt out of place or too much.
Okay.
Whenever the
Yeah.
violins came in.
yeah, agreed. Yeah, never took over too much, which was nice. So yeah, like that track. The next one, The Heart, was cool too. It was catchy. I don't have too much else to say about it other than that it was, you know, catchy. But I don't know if you had
Not
anything
much.
else.
Not much either,
Division. I think this one is one of the more popular ones on at least on Apple Music.
Okay. I can see why.
Yeah. There's a beautiful falsetto from the singer here on this one, and I don't know. This is another track where I'm just like, oh, there's so much potential. But overall, yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was good.
The acoustic guitar in this one was very interesting.
Yes.
It kind of led this charge for the track. It felt very calming. I feel like it simmered down a little bit. The first few tracks were more high energy, more funky, more groovy, and then I think this one just kind of brought it down a little bit, and it was very relaxing.
Yeah.
So whether you were wanting more, you're not going to get more when you came to this track.
Yeah.
And it's either you love it or you hate it. But I think this is a good invitation to just allow you to settle into a calmer groove.
Yeah. No, it's like the album is giving you some variety. Not every track is like this insane, groovy, energetic thing, right? Which
Yeah.
I think is good. You know, the listener needs a break, a little bit of a detour every once in a while. And I think Brother is also in the same vein, where it's like a lot more low key. I love the way the vocals are layered in this track. The only thing, some of the lyrics, I was like, does that make sense? You know, like I need you like the water is the rain, and it was kind of one of those lyrics. I was like, what? Like, let me wait. What did they just say? And then I go back and yeah, I don't know.
For me, I love the poetic nature of it, actually. In contrast.
It is very poetic for sure. Yeah.
It was like word painting. It felt very earthy because there's a lot of context about like natural elements.
Yep.
And that was kind of sprinkled throughout the record. So I kind of got like tribe vibes in general. Like, when I
Okay.
think about traditional music or folk music, I think about earthy tones, seasonal stuff, nature. So the painting of nature elements against this story I found quite beautiful.
Yeah.
Definitely abstract. It's sort of like, okay, where are we going with this? Like,
Yeah.
what's actually happening? But to me, it was a beautiful sound. And at this point, I was focused more on the sound
Yeah.
rather than specific lyrics. And that kind of helped me. By the time this track came around, Brother, I felt like I was ready to receive the emotion behind it,
Yeah.
rather than the specifics of what was being said.
Yeah, and it was just nice messaging all around with talking about siblings, brothers and sisters, and
Yeah.
tying it into that naturistic element, right? So yeah, overall a cool one. Waves, I like this one a lot. The bass sounds really cool. There's cool tension built up in the outro as well, because most of the tracks like really good vibes, but then at the end it kind of is like there's some tension here, something's happening,
Yeah.
So yeah, I like this one. I think I saved this one in my one of my playlists. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of Waves?
I think it was fine.
It was just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't really strike you.
At this point, I felt like I was kind of confused whether we're going to get more groovy stuff or
Okay.
whether we're going to get more chill stuff.
Yeah.
And then so I felt like there's two kind of flavors of this band kind of competing for space. And because the reason why this one kind of went over my head a little bit is because I wanted something more groovy to pick it back up after Brother.
Yeah.
But I didn't quite get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that for sure. But I liked it, but we all have our opinions. The next one is learning to right? Learning to
Is that what? Yeah, learning to.
And I think that means like in general, like learning to unlearn or learning to take a step back and relearn things, or like that's kind of like what I get. That's the sense I get from the title.
Yeah.
You know, the lyrical flow in the verse is really cool. That's about all I had to say though about this song. Otherwise, it didn't really like grab me.
Yeah, same. They didn't really
you.
grab me for this
Yeah.
one.
Now Vernal, is it Vernal? Yeah, Vernal Pool. This one was cool. I also saved this one in my phone. The piano intro is just so cool, and the verse melody is fun and catchy. There's also some flute in this one.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't have much to
enjoyed
say
it.
about the last few tracks for this one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a beat switch as well, about halfway through, and then they do a beat switch at the end as well. So it kind of like they reprise it, and I think it was well done. I think it sounds pretty cool. So more tracks like that, and I feel like we'll have something really.
Well, on the next one, let's keep
Really big.
let's keep an eye out for that, and let's see what the vibe is and if it kind of attaches to what you're
What
saying
for
there.
Black Walnut?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have a lot of notes for this one too. This is the most popular song on Apple Music. I don't know if it's the same on Spotify, but I don't know. It wasn't my favorite, so I'm not sure exactly why, like what other people were so attracted to the song for. But overall, maybe it was the energy. It's definitely a more energetic track on this album.
Yeah, on Spotify, 411,000 on Black Walnut,
Nice.
but there's 775,000 on an older song called Inner Rise.
Oh,
So there's some numbers up there. It's
I'll have to
great.
check that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's more fast paced, I think, than most of the songs on this album. It's kind of got like jam vibes as well, which was interesting. And then they do mention, I feel like, part of their name in this one. They say she or she.
Yes, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It was such an interesting way to kind of one say the word, but in the context of the song, it was
Yeah.
like kind of artsy and poetic in a way. I felt like it was a whole slam poetry, but with soundtrack.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No,
No? Okay. Fairies. I also like this one a lot. There's soft finger picking, electric guitar intro. The melodies are cool as well. The spell, I don't know why it's spelled like that though. But
yeah, that was my biggest question with that one.
yeah.
For me, I think I was turned off about fairies just being like, I think it's the last song, right?
Yeah.
I felt kind of turned off about that just because I wanted more funky, groovy stuff. Because
Yeah.
they did such a great job of opening up the record with some groove.
Yeah.
And I didn't get quite as deep of a groove from fairies at the end of it. So I kind of want to have like a bookend type of feeling for that.
Yeah.
Because that's what hooked me in. And I felt like I was longing for more of that throughout the whole record. So by the time fairies came around, I was a little disappointed.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of wanting to bring the funk back, right?
Yeah.
Even though I think this is advertised as a soul album, right? This is like but I feel like there's a lot of genres that are kind of mishmash throughout, but I can see R&B as well, like R&B mixed with soul and jazz as well. I feel like there's like
A lot of
jazz elements
jazz,
that
yeah.
you would definitely appreciate.
Overall, this record feels like something the guys from Humber would love
Yeah.
to play. Like we probably jam this stuff. I've played stuff that's very similar in groove and feel.
Okay.
With my classmates in Humber, and that to me this kind of accentuates the Humber sound.
Yeah.
Whereas like neo soul meets traditional jazz with some funk and some like desire to just shred, but then not like being reprimanded for shredding, so it doesn't really make the record.
Okay.
But then there's like at least 5 rehearsals or 5 recordings of them shredding
Oh,
when they're
okay.
not supposed to.
Yeah.
And I just feel like all these musicians are so technically like so good that they know what they're doing, that at a moment's notice that they would just rip a solo,
Right.
and they can do that, but choose not to because the singer's gonna get like, hey, this is a soft song, we're talking about fairies here,
Right.
stop shredding. So I definitely feel like this is a modern jazz soul funk sound that is just done really well, and they seem like they all really gel really well.
Yeah.
But in terms of a kind of maturity in this record, I think there's still room for it to be focused and be more clear. But it's really clear that the band is very tight.
Yes,
That they
big
know
time.
what's going on. They know how
Yeah.
to build a good sound together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like how they do so much with such little. Like, there's not a lot of lyrics on each song, right? Which I think is cool. I think there's definitely sometimes less can be more, and I think they do that well on this
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give our overall score here. I think this is going to be 4 out of 5 for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's gonna be 3.5.
Okay.
It's 3.5 because I think my impression of listening to the album was I wasn't clear of the identity of the album. Like even in some other pop albums that we've covered that I'm been quite critical about, the identity is still quite clear. Like it feels cohesive, even if I don't like all the songs, even if there is a lot of variety in each song from song to song.
Yeah.
But I feel like in this record, I didn't get a clear sense of clear thread of
Okay.
the identity throughout the album.
Yeah.
Whether it's groove, whether it's chill, whether it's vibey, whether it's not. But it just felt like it was too shaky or too fluid with what the album was trying to be presented as.
Okay.
And I don't think that's limited to musical elements or like or vibes, but there's something I can't quite put into words that I felt was not clear,
Yeah.
like as a through line for the album. So I felt like if that was clarified, or if there was some way to focus in what they were doing, maybe in the next album, I would give it that 0.5 a little bit higher.
Okay.
I would give it that 0.5
Yeah.
back.
I do think sonically though it's pretty cohesive.
Yes,
Yeah.
sonically it's definitely cohesive.
Yeah.
I think it's more like arrangement wise or like expectation wise.
Yeah.
I think I was battling with my expectations,
Yeah.
especially how it opened up and how it ended.
Yeah.
That was where I was confused.
Right. Okay. So 3.5, 4. That is 7.5 if the math is correct.
Yes.
So very solid score. Shout out to SHEBAD and their I think debut album, right? Music is the answer. I believe this is their debut. They did like an audio tree
There's a live EP.
live EP.
They got some singles. So yeah, Inner Rise I mentioned earlier looks like to be a single.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is probably their debut album then.
Yeah.
Looks like it. Good
Yeah.
for them.
So good stuff. Looking forward to more. And yeah, it's great to see some good Canadian talent putting out some really great jazz, soul, R&B, funk vibes.
Yeah.
Cool. So give us a comment. Let us know how you felt about the album, and let us know how you felt about our review. And make sure you subscribe as well if you want to see more.
Definitely. Additionally, if you know of any local bands that you would like us to review,
Yeah.
please send them our way. We'll be happy to check them out and show some support to our local music scene.
Exactly. Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Brilliant.